Okay, Shalom. This is GMS Holland on location, by the Drago 3, Parque Drago. That's where we are at in Tenerife. Before we start off, we want to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham Kakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect out there that spreading this word, this sincerity and truth.
And you know what I want to say about the garment? We have the garment,
yeah.
so we have to be wise. People then can check what's going on, else they could get locked up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Be wise. So that's why we have a garment. But we somewhere the place there we can show you something. What the brother could speak about.
Yeah. So this is a small city that has this. They call it the dragon tree. They call it the dragon tree, which is a tree that becomes very old naturally on these islands like Cabo Verde, the Canary Islands, stuff like that. So this tree is being estimated to be older than 1,000 years. Which that popped something in my mind, which is how we gonna be in the kingdom and how the scriptures compares us to trees. How in the Garden of Eden we was not supposed to eat of the tree. You have your Bible? You can read there.
Yeah.
Okay. How we was not supposed to eat of the tree of knowledge and good and evil. So the Bible speaks about trees. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into a few scriptures, break it down. This is the tree.
Grab my Bible so I can.
Which has become a monument here. So this is a whole park here, and here this tree that you see here, this tree, is actually the same one, but they are new. Okay, so we're gonna go over a few things, like certain younger brothers, they probably don't know what these scriptures mean. So we're gonna break it down, go into it, and Yahweh Tazah is going to be edifying. Okay, so what I want to start off with is Isaiah chapter 41, verse 17. And it's also spiritual. It's called the dragon tree. Guess who named it? Esau named it the dragon tree. Dragena Drago. Dragena Drago. That's what they call it. Dragon tree. Isaiah 41 and start at 17.
Oh, 17?
Yes.
Okay. Isaiah chapter 41, verse 17. When the poor and needy seek water, and there is none, and their tongue fail for thirst, I, the Lord Yahweh, will hear them. I, the power of Israel, will not forsake them.
Okay, so what does the water represent? Let me grab a scripture real quick. What does the water represent? The water represents this truth. Okay, so we are living in a time where our people are failing for thirst for water. They need this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, because due to our mistakes, we fell from our state, and Esau has put us into captivity and made the remembrance amongst Israel to cease. So one of the curses, I have a lot of scriptures pop in my mind, man. Give me Deuteronomy 32 and 16, I believe. And real quick, I'm gonna read this. It's St. John chapter 3, verse or 7. Okay. 7 verse
33, 22.
Yeah. Wait, 23 verse Deuteronomy 23 verse 16.
Oh, 23 verse what?
Oh, 32. So like a 32 verse 16, I think.
Okay. It's saying.
Or 27. Oh, 26.
Okay,
It's like that.
Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 26. I say, I will scatter them into corners. I will make the remembrance of them to kiss
To cease.
To cease
Yeah.
from among men.
Exactly. I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. So our people have forgotten who they are. So now what did the Most High do? He said, my people are failing for thirst of water. They need to get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding back. So he was gonna do something. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai will give them water. Now what does that water represent? I have the scripture right here. This is St. John chapter 8 verse 38. He that believeth on me, as the scriptures had said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. You see? So what does that represent? The rivers of living water represents this wisdom, knowledge, understanding. You know, but what did the Ethiopian eunuch say? He said, how can I understand the scriptures unless someone teach me? So guess what the Most High do? The Most High grabbed men and he has set them up as teachers. And he set them up in the wilderness. Which, what is a wilderness? It's dry, right?
Yeah.
Like a desert, it's a wilderness. It's dry there. There's no water. So the Most High grabbed men and he set them in the wilderness because the people are thirsty.
Yeah.
They need to get this. Exactly. They need to get the wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Now, when we read on, can you also read verse 2?
Verse 2.
No.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 2.
Yeah.
My doctrine shall drop as the rain. My speech shall distill as the dew.